not like the brazen giant of Greek fame, with conquering limbs astride from land to land. Here, at our sea-washed sunset gates, shall stand a mighty woman with a torch whose flame is the imprisoned lightning, and her name, Mother of Exiles. From her beacon hand glows worldwide welcome. Her mild eyes command the air-bridged harbor that twin cities frame. Keep, ancient lands, your storied pomp, cries she with silent lips. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses, yearning to breathe free. The wretched refuse of your teeming shore, send these, the homeless, tempest-tossed, to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. And that's why this week's On Brand is on America and the Statue of Liberty.
You're all jazzed up, nearly having a cow. You want your favorite show and it's on right now. It's on brand.
Welcome to On Brand with Jon and Marisa.
I'm Jon.
I'm Marisa. Okay, poetry queen. Did you write a poem?
Girl, I have practiced this poem a total of 5 times.
Did you write this poem?
I wrote this poem for America.
You know what, like, tempest
tossed.
You know what all this shit means?
I don't. I definitely don't know what silent lips are.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm flapping mine.
Nice poem, babe.
Thank you.
That's
I had to look it up to
beautiful.
see. The first time I read through it, I was like, I don't know exactly what all these things mean. I know a lot more about it now. I know that imprisoned lightning is about having electrical light in the lamp. I know that the golden door is the path to liberty and freedom in America. These
are known symbols.
These are now from poem analysis is what people say. It's like,
okay.
I feel like that it reminds me of when I was in art school and I would be like, behind on a critique day. You would get assignments and you would have critique days where everyone puts up their work and it gets critiqued. This was for graphic design at University of Cincinnati. And it'd be like the night before and I'd be like, crap, I didn't do it. And I'd do something really quick and then like stick it up on the wall. And then they're critiquing it. And they're like, here you can clearly see Jon was thinking like this or that. Or like, I'm like, girl. Okay, sure. That's what I was
college,
thinking.
what a scam.
But I'd like to think this poem has probably been, it seems pretty, now that I know it, pretty understandable. Like the first line, the brazen giant of Greek fame, there was a giant statue in Greece that she's referring to. And she's like, yes, this is
this isn't a real poem.
Huh?
This is a real poem.
You don't know what this is from?
No.
This is the poem that's at the Statue of Liberty.
I didn't know.
You've never heard?
I thought you wrote this poem.
No. Babe. Oh, no. Really?
Yes. I said, did you write a poem?
You've never heard Give Me Your Tired, Your Poor?
I have heard that. I know that. I got the headline. You're tired, you're poor, your huddled masses. Yeah. I don't know that. The poem.
You thought
I
just put that in my own poem.
Yes.
Okay.
I thought you were having your Amanda Gorman moment. I thought you were a poet laureate.
No. This is The New Colossus by Emma Lazarus.
It's a good poem.
That's why it's a
plaque-worthy.
Plaque to have the Statue of Liberty for the last 120.
Yeah, it's a good poem.
You know what? That's a good poem.
This is how much I credit that. Like, I'm like, Jon could write a poem that good. Why not?
I am now dying to see how this plays out with our listeners because people. I already get a lot of beef for not knowing that the 70s was 50 years ago. I know that there's going to be a few people that are going to be quite shocked that you didn't know what this poem was from.
I don't think I've seen the Statue of Liberty in real life.
I do like that you thought I wrote a poem. But I was like, hey, girl, just so you know, I'm trying something different.
You did say you were nervous before reading it.
Well, because I just wanted it to have...
If you were reading a poem that you wrote. I used to write poetry in high school. And during lunch, there was a poetry club. And I remember trembling with nerves. Yeah. Standing up in front of 5 or 6 of my peers to read. Yeah. I found some of my original poems in the garage. We should have that segment, a poetry corner, because I wrote some truly humiliating poem. I have diaries. I have poetry.
You
I
should
have
go
a lot
do
of
the
feeling.
moth. Do one of those things.
I'll do the moth.
Do the moth. Bring those on off-brand. People would love to
Yeah.
hear
Poetry
some of your
corner.
poems. Poetry is one of those things I feel like everyone thinks they can do it.
Sure.
But it's like, I did read this. I told Marissa before we started recording. So I did rehearse this, I don't know, like a couple times a few days ago, and then last night a couple of times. And the second time I read it, I literally got teary because it was just thinking about the state of the world and what she meant with all this. She's really just saying, bring me everybody. Anyone that's like, that needs some help, that's what we're here for, Queen.
How
And,
good of a phrase is huddled masses?
I mean, all of it is just so good.
So
and it's
good.
like kind of just describing the scene. And then halfway through, she starts talking. It's like a pretty powerful little poem.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it a little bit later. I know she's got the torch. She's got the, I already warned Alistair, my shows have been going a little bit long lately, but I usually stay in that 7-page range. This is an 8.5 pager.
I mean, it also is America.
Dude, trying to get this story down to that, I was like,
You could have just done the Statue of Liberty, but you're like, America.
well,
250. Hello, recognize.
it's the 250th. I'm throwing America in there because I know everyone's going to say, is the Statue of Liberty a brand?
Oh, hell yeah. Are you
Here's
kidding?
the thing. America is branded. So with
Yes.
America, we have the Statue of Liberty, we have the flag, we have the eagle, we have all these symbols that are our brand. And then I was like, okay, cool. My January's, now I know what I'll do next year. I have got my next 3 Julys figured out. So I decided just to pick one.
Great.
This story is a long story. This is a really, pretty condensed version of it, I guess, but I do think I got a lot of information in. I'm going to do a few disclaimers. If you don't know, the most basic thing is we got the Statue of Liberty from France.
That's the extent of my knowledge.
There's a lot of French names in here. I don't know how to say them. I've looked them all up. There's like a guy who's like, so you want to say this name, this. So you say it like this. If you're in America, you can say
Laboulaye.
and I'm like, okay. So then I write it out like Chuck.
Just call them all Labubu.
One of them is, the main guy's name is Labubu, basically. We'll get to him. Wait, what is it? Laboulaye. So
Laboulaye, we'll call him
all week
Labubu.
I've been writing Laboulaye. Every time I type his name, I'm like, and then Laboulaye. So that's disclaimer number 1. Number 2, I'm going to read, especially in one section, I read a lot more from newspapers in this show because I have been reading a lot of newspapers from the 17 and 1800s, and they are so fascinating. The New York Times was a bitch newspaper in the 1800s. Like, they were such a cocky little bitches, and all the writing is better than I could have done. So it'll be fun. I'm just going to do a lot of reading straight from that. Yeah, and it's long, like I said. But,
Great.
it's summer. You're on road trips. Save this for a road trip.
This is and also you want to squeeze in a little summer learning for your kids? Buckle up.
Buckle
Classes
up.
in session.
There's one moment where you're going to want to...
6-page report on my desk by Monday, kids.
There's one moment where you may want to pull over and put down your sandwich. I don't know, because I don't know what people know, and I don't know if it's even that exciting, but I remember...
Well, you know what I know, which is 0.
Babe, I literally can't wait until next Thursday. I want to wait. I'm going to wake up at 6 a.m. next Thursday, and Steve is going to be like, she didn't know that was the Statue of Liberty.
Have you
poem."
seen the statue?
Okay, so here's my extent of it. And honestly, guys, I hate to bring this up. When I was in New York, when I was nominated for an Emmy, I had to make a trip to New York. And I decided when I made the trip, how did I do it? I wanted to stay, if I go somewhere, I usually like to stay a week because I don't travel much. So if I'm going to go, I want to stay a week. So I couldn't decide if I should go to the Emmys and then stay a week, or stay a week and then have the Emmys happen. And then I was like, you know what? If I lose, then I'm just there for a week, kind of like bummed out that I lost. So I went for a week, and then the Emmys were at the end. But the last thing on my agenda was to go to the Statue of Liberty. And by that point, I had barely learned how to navigate New York City. I figured out the bus route I needed to take. You have to get all the way down to like the harbor or whatever. I don't know the city well enough. And I do all that. I trudge all the way down there, and I get there, I get out, I get up to like the pier where you go to buy your ticket, and there's a big sign, government shutdown, Statue of Liberty closed. And I was like, it was the first day of the government shutdown, which I knew about, but I didn't even enter my mind that was part of the government.
Yeah, right.
It's like, and I was like, what? So I couldn't get on that ferry. I did end up paying more to get on like a private boat that doesn't take you to it, gets you kind of close to it. So I have seen it. I would, now that I've done the research on it, I would love to like knock on our big toe. I want to get up in there.
Can you get up into the point?
I forget. It's been on and off. At some point, you've been able to go up to the torch. Sometimes it's been shut down. I don't know what the current status is. After COVID, it got shut down, and then it's been reopened. So maybe.
You're just climbing like on stairs, like up her armpit to her elbow to her wrist.
I'm assuming like a real creaky, irony stair. I don't know that I would love it. I feel like it's going to be like, there's a cave in Kentucky that we used to go to, something to do with Mark Twain. I forget. I mean, there's one part of it.
Mark Twain's favorite cave.
I think it was Mark Twain's favorite cave.
This is where he hid his wet pornography from his children and wife.
His racist pornography. It might have been near like his home or something. No offense if you're in Kentucky. We all love Mark Twain. Do we? I don't know. Is he canceled? I don't know anymore. But there's one part, this is all about a cave. It's not even about Mark Twain. There's one part of that cave called Fat Man's Misery because it gets so skinny that like fat people can't get through. So they're like,
really
if you're really fat, don't go all the way because you're going to get stuck in this cave.
Pretty miserable.
I did all of that on an 8.5 page show to say that I assume the stairs would be a little scary. Maybe we should get to our banter. Hello, what's behind me? Trader Joe's totes. This week, a new Trader Joe tote has dropped.
Were your messages just blowing up? People asking if you got these totes. I did see a video of a fight breaking out. I'm sure you saw this too.
I've seen all the videos.
At
Fights
the Trader
breaking out.
Joe's.
I think that was in, no offense, New York.
What a humiliating point in human history. Okay, so you have two behind you, two of...
Oh, when I got these two, I got the whole set of 4.
Okay, one per person.
You could have one color. Every store has different rules. The store by us, you could have 4 bags, one of each color.
So take me through your day. Why is that already making you laugh?
I mean, that's the day. So, okay.
Take me through your day.
We're going to have to do it quick. So I decided I wanted these bags. I don't care about the insulated ones. I do love the canvas bags.
Yeah,
I love them.
Okay,
this is probably my second favorite drop of the canvas ones. My favorite being the original ones. They've never topped that, and we should all just leave it at that.
Sure.
But these are cute. They're fun. They're summer, and they're $2.99. There's just something about this color sand. Who would have picked sand? It's like so perfect for the beach. So this time I decided, you know what? When I have to wait in line for something, I'd rather have my waiting be at the front end than the back end.
Good point.
So I went down to Trader Joe's at 6:20 in the morning. They open at 8. Now, I took my laptop with me.
Chair?
I didn't take a chair. I sat on the ground.
Oh, okay.
Took my laptop, though, and worked the whole hour and a half before it. I had a project I needed to finish.
Where were you in line?
When I got there was a line, but I was only like 30th in line.
Wow, 30th.
30th.
When did that first person get there?
I don't know. I will tell you, before we went in, the line went down the sidewalk where I was. And this is not just a Trader Joe's building. It's Trader Joe's. It's a dry cleaner. I think that's it. Maybe there used to be a video store, but now that's been eaten up by Trader Joe's. But it's Trader Joe's and a dry cleaner. It's a large building. Went down the sidewalk, down the side of Trader Joe's, around the back of Trader Joe's, up the front of Trader Joe's, down the sidewalk I was on. So there was people standing next to me on my left that were at the end of the line, but they had to go around the entire building to get there.
Oh my God.
I saw these lines across the country. I started to think they should like redo Hands Across America on Trader Joe's Tote Day.
Insane.
If you don't know
You're already halfway there.
If you don't know what that is, in 1983 or 85, there was a mission for people to hold hands completely across the country to raise money.
Did it work?
You know what? I'm not going to say I was in it because I was too young. I wasn't alive yet, but let's just say that in parts of Ohio, you would be holding hands with people, and then one person would be holding hands with a rope that's like a mile long, and then someone else would be holding onto that rope. So
there's a lot of America that like no one's living in.
It was an inspiring challenge, but logistic.
If you follow that rope long enough, it's just a frayed end. There's no one holding on.
It's just tied to an old dog.
It's tied to an old dog. Exactly.
Yeah, but I was like, the lines, all the TikToks, it's probably not in most of your algorithms. The lines at all the Trader Joe's. And it's just funny to have watched this. Like, it's the same thing with Swatch. Like, these things that I collected before they went viral, that it used to just be like, I walked into Trader Joe's, they had a new bag, I bought it. It's like, and there's something about the line that is so unjoyful about it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, no one seems happy. I'm there because I want the bags.
Yeah.
I'm going to use the bags. Some of them will go into my storage.
Fans in the same way if you're waiting in line for an Olivia Rodrigo something or other. People are like taking selfies or having fun. They're all dressed up. They're there with their friends. It's kind of a social thing. This feels like people lining up to be executed.
Yeah, it feels like, it's almost like jury duty. It's like one of those places where it's the DMV. Everyone has the same look. Like everyone has the same jeans and the same gray sweats and the same hoodie. Like everyone's the same.
So this is 6:40.
6:40.
You're in line. You're working away. Doors open at 8.
It was very productive. I was really impressed with myself. A lot of times I get very distracted in situations like that. Very diligent, did my work. The store opened up. I was probably out of there by, I don't know, 8:15.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And then what happens?
Then I go home and then I did some more work.
And then what happens? Because you already have 4. You have one of each color. So you're good.
Wow.
That's what you wanted. You wanted 4, one of each color. So you just worked. Maybe got some lunch. What was the rest of your day? Why are you laughing? You got your 4 bags. What more could be in store for us listeners?
Because sure, one set is good, but I tend to stain things, especially my bags, because I use a lot of them for ice capades. No matter how many times I tell myself, don't put the coffee cup in there, I do. The coffee spills. Tighten your lid, I don't. The crush spills. I stain my things. So I need at least, ideally...
You want doubles.
Well, yeah, doubles would be okay.
Okay, so you're thinking, I need a second set.
I need a second
What
set.
time is this now, roughly?
Now we're at like probably coming up on 8:45.
Okay.
There's a couple of...
You've been home for 30 minutes.
There's a couple of stores that don't open till 9.
Okay.
So I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll check in with them in a little bit. So I did. Vine didn't answer. I know that they're busy. And I have one secret store that I'm not going to release that information on because they tend to have good luck there because it's a little more challenging to get to.
Top of a mountain.
It's on top of a mountain. And I called them, super friendly guy. And I was like, what's the bag situation? He's like, we still have some. I was like, okay. I was like, just be honest with me. Because I don't care. I mean,
don't care.
I don't care. Yes, I'm calling
Mr.
you.
Cool.
I have a spreadsheet. Like everything's marked. I don't care. But I'm 20 minutes away. Will you have it? He's like, they're going steadily. As he's like, there's no line anymore, but they're going steadily.
Line. Okay.
I was like, I'm 20 minutes away. Do you think you have 20 minutes of stock? He's like, I do think I do. So I was like, okay. So I truck it over there. And he was right. They were going steady. It was like people someone in front of me, I walk away, someone got up behind me, like boom, boom, boom. And now they usually just have 4 of them together and they just hand them to you. Everyone wants the same
Everybody
thing.
wants all 4.
Everyone wants all, because I do think 90% of the people are selling them.
Okay, yeah.
Because then that day you start to see them posted. So to buy 4 of them, it costs $13. And then people will sell that bundle of 4 for between $29 and $50.
Oh my gosh.
So it's not like a ton of money, but if you do that over and over, people are bringing their families. So it's like when I was in line at that 641, by the time we got in, the woman in front of me had 4 new people had joined her. And I'm trying to...
She has like a 1.5-year-old. It's like they're a customer.
Apparently
4 per customer.
I did see some TikToks that were no longer letting children buy them because they said that you're cheating the system. That's like me with our... we have... Some of our freeways here have... carpool lanes. And to me, I literally want to make a law. You can only use the carpool lane if the other person has a driver's license.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Because if you've got...
You can do it with a newborn baby.
You can do it with a newborn baby.
Sure.
It's like, I'm saving a car off the road.
She would have to drive herself to work if I weren't here. We're carpooling.
So, yeah, that's one of my griefs that'll never be solved in this lifetime. So then, yes, I did get a second set.
Okay, great. So then you had 8.
Then I had 8.
And that was it.
For that day, yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
So then, I was done for the day. I went and finished my work, got my job.
What day was this? This was 2 days ago?
This was drop day. This was 2 days ago. Yeah, I think 2 days ago.
Okay. And then yesterday, no bags.
Well.
How many Trader Joe's in total did you go to?
Only 2. I started going back to mine each morning. I went on the way here. I now have 4 sets of bags. We got to get to the show. You know I like 5 squirts, but I did say when I just picked up this last set of 4, I think 4 is fine. 4 is fine.
16 bags?
16 of this one.
Like plenty. We can have this one.
I mean, some of the the earlier ones, I have 7 of each.
Yeah, you probably have like over 100 now.
I know. My storage is kind of like a bag, like archive.
God.
But there's something, I do think there's something about this little bit of joy
Does
in this
the
world.
fourth set hit as hard as the first set? Or is it diminishing returns?
What was annoying was yesterday I dropped by the store at like 8:20 and there was only like 15 people in line. Met a really cute lady who has lived in the neighborhood for 26 years, Maria. Never met her before. We talked. I showed her the Bird app. She was all excited about that. I'm pitching Merlin everywhere. Merlin should give me some sort of kickback on this. I will say I do like it when I have a nice conversation. I had that I mentioned on, I think, Off-Brand last week at Olivia Rodrigo. Met 2 lovely people. That's and great. Sometimes you meet really great people. Other times you just sit there and sulk. The line when I stopped over here was like down all the way that building again, but it's going so fast now.
So I mean, you got back in line today, this morning?
I did. But it went fast. It was like 10 minutes. Then I went in and this never happens at Trader Joe's, and then I really have to start the show. One of my condiments at Trader Joe's is half off. They never make it.
What is it?
It's like that. You know how they have that crunch oil?
Yeah.
They have one that is sesame seeds instead. Oh. It's like sesame seeds, sunflower seeds, and pumpkin seeds. And I love it. I put it on avocado toast down to $1.99. Trader Joe's never puts anything on sale. So I'm like, great. That's now going to be discontinued. Bought 5 jars. All right. Now let's go.
Oi. Lady Liberty. This is what she fought for. If only she knew these huddled masses would then be huddling around a big cardboard box full of tiny bags.
She's like, these huddled totes, give me.
She'd be like, what's in the bags? Is it food? Is it water? No, you dumb bitch. They're empty. We're buying packs of 4 to resell or store and not use. Get her. Kicking Lady Liberty's ass. For asking such a dumb question. This is America.
I did think it was dumb. One of the TikToks I saw yesterday, someone had bought the 4 bags and then had them put them in a paper bag. I was like, you just bought 4 bags. What are you doing?
They wanted them in pristine condition.
I guess.
They want them soiled by their disgusting car.
I love that so many people are like, they're for my daughter. I was like, your daughter needs 4 bags? Give me a break. You're selling them, you lying whore. And then people make these ads for him like they're like a J. Crew ad for him. It's like, you guys, like you're making $14.
This is too much work.
I can't. Be a hoarder like me. Make nothing from them. And I can't believe I'm doing this after helping clean out part of my mom's home and like seeing all the stuff that she bought multiples of that just sat there and did nothing.
What kind of stuff would she get multiples of?
Like Coca-Cola tins and, cute little
commemorative things. Yeah.
And now you're going to be my child cleaning out my stuff.
My mom goes, because my mom is a hoarder. She was like, boy, you guys are going to have one heck of a garage sale when I'm gone. And I went, yeah, garage sale. And then I went, beep, 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 beep. Right here, boys. This is the spot.
I will say, the one time like 3 years ago when we were helping her clean out something and there was a bunch of canvas totes, there was an old Trader Joe's bag in there that I wanted to ask for, but I was too embarrassed for. If you come across that again, don't tell your sister Mary. I would like that bag.
Yeah, she would probably claim it. She has her eyes on like...
I know. Hopefully she doesn't listen to the show.
I don't think she does.
All right. So the Statue of Liberty.
Bitch, what's your deal?
Bitch, what's your deal? Ultimate Queen, yes.
Good Halloween costume.
I thought you had a Statue of Liberty hat. Haven't you worn one before?
Have I worn a Statue of Liberty hat? Like a foamy one?
I felt like you had a foamy one.
Maybe in like 2007.
Oh, I thought you'd worn on the show one Halloween.
I don't think so.
All right. So how did the Statue of Liberty come to be? So from the very beginning of America's fight for independence from Great Britain, France has always been on our side. They were secretly giving us supplies and money in 1776. And then the War of Independence ended in 1778. And over in France, there was this real fascination with what America was doing, like living in this world of democracy and liberty, because they weren't having that over there yet. So there was this French aristocrat. I can't even say that. I was like, I'm not going to be able to say his name. I can't even say like what he is.
The American English word.
This French this French aristocrat. Aristocrat
is the movie with the kitties.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking of.
It's really
They're
cute.
so cute. They're French. The French aristocrat. Alexis de Tocqueville. traveled in the U.S. in 1831, and he was just really fascinated by our system of democracy. He goes back, and in 1835, 1840, he publishes 2 big volumes called Democracy in America. And it really examines what we're doing. It's saying like what's working, what's not working. And it helped to create this whole like fascination with what democracy looks like in France. So imagine you're over there and you're under like rule. You're like, wow, like, oh, they get to do this. They can go on ice capades.
I'm always doing that at a hotel. I'm like, what can we do to bring this back
I want
to
this
where I'm from?
here.
Wow, French press on a tray in the morning? Okay.
Coffee pot in the bathroom? Yes, please.
Using bathroom water to make my coffee? I see you.
Oh my God. You know what I would take from a hotel?
What?
Ice machines.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
Can you imagine that? Right next to my bed? Gotta be heaven. All right, so he's done those. Then we have Édouard de Laboulaye. Born January 18th, 1811, he becomes this prominent political thinker in France. He's a leading expert on the U.S. Constitution. He's a deep believer that everybody should have freedom, that it's a sacred right. And France at this time is under
authoritarian.
Thank you. Rule of Emperor Napoleon III.
Heard of him.
Is that the same Napoleon?
Short King.
Short King? Is that him? I don't know. All those people have, there's like 4 names. There's Georges, there's Napoleons,
right.
Kennedys. People are like, wow, I'm really excited to learn about today. And they're like, God, these guys are freaking dumb. So he's really pushing for the return of democracy to France. He's like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
We have an emperor. Let's get democracy back here. 1849, he starts teaching a course on the American Constitution at the College de France. He's a big supporter of Abraham Lincoln and what during the American Civil War, because of his desire to end slavery. He's like, yes, King, let's do it. So while he's doing all that over in France, back in America, the Union wins the Civil War in 1865. The 13th Amendment passes, abolishing slavery in the U.S. And that's really, I do feel like, kind of reaffirming the branding of America. Mm-hmm. That's what we're saying we are.
Land of the free, home of the brave.
Land of the queers, home of the queens. I couldn't think fast enough. Yes, the free queers. So Laboulaye comes up with this idea, and I put a joke in here. I do like sharing my jokes.
I like that too.
So you know how sometimes you go onto a podcast and like they have like little like sound bites, or like you say something and they cut to like a movie to reinforce that.
Sure.
So I thought when I said that, Laboulaye comes up with an idea. We quickly cut to Blair in The Facts of Life, where her classic line is, I have another one of my brilliant ideas.
This is a really good idea. We should bring in that device where we have like a soundboard with little like movie or TV quotes.
Bink.
We're gonna need a bigger boat. Say hello to my little friend.
I'm the captain now.
I am captain now. We should have that.
We do need that. I need those at the ready. That's the one thing.
Okay, so let's do it again. So we want Blair saying from Facts of Life saying, I'm having another one of my brilliant ideas.
So Laboulaye comes up with a really brilliant idea.
I just had another one of my brilliant ideas.
What if France were to honor the United States for all their recent achievements?
Wow.
It would show everyone in France that democracy is working. It could be about celebrating. They've got their 100th anniversary coming up. That's really showing that, proof of concept. Mm-hmm. Bye-bye slavery.
Great.
They've gotten rid of that.
Mm-hmm.
And he thought it could really strengthen the case for democracy in France. So commemorate them how? Maybe a gift. What would that gift look like? 1865, he's having a dinner party at his home, and he's talking with his friend, famous sculptor, Frédéric, Auguste, Bartholdi.
And his wife is lighting the candles, but they're up really high, and she's wearing her signature green robe.
She had just been given a book that she wanted to put on the bookshelf. So she had a book in her left hand.
She was reaching to light the candle
with her right hand. And Laboulaye is like, Bartholdi, you're a sculptor, queen.
Yeah.
What if we make them like a statue? And he's like, a little statue? He's like, no. It would be a grand monument. And if a monument should rise in the United States as a memorial to their independence, I think it should be only natural if it were to be built in a united effort, a common work between both of our nations. And that, I think, could inspire our people. It'll give them good feelings about democracy. So, as you can probably assume, in the 1800s, things don't move very fast. So they come up with this idea at a dinner party in, 1865.
Okay.
Bartholdi spends the next few years traveling the world and studying great public works. He's got this real fascination with like grand monuments that will like be around for a long time. Okay. He's in Egypt and he proposes to them, hey, why don't I build you a huge lighthouse?
In Egypt?
In Egypt.
Okay. One monument at a time, buddy.
Well, this is just a dinner party. This is at this point just talk.
Okay, all yapping.
Maybe it was the wine speaking. We're really going to do something for America. He's like, why don't I build you a monument? I'm thinking maybe like a huge lighthouse. This might sound crazy. What if that lighthouse was in the form of an Egyptian woman?
Oh, okay.
What if that woman was wearing a robe? And what if she was holding a torch?
Sounds familiar.
Not to them. We'll put it at the northern entrance of the Suez Canal. And Egypt was like, nah.
Don't want it?
Too expensive.
Not interested?
Thanks, but no thanks.
Were they going to split the bill 50-50, France and Egypt?
I don't know.
Or was it going to be like when somebody like orders for the table and then is like, you're paying?
Yeah, splits it.
Yeah, interesting.
Oh, thank you for you. They don't reach... let me find my
Where is my pouch?
Oh, forgot I have to take my medicine. I need to run to the bathroom. To do what? Get bathroom water? So Egypt is like, nah. Then we have the Franco-Prussian War between France and Prussia. Bartholdi serves as a major of militia. I don't know exactly what that is. France loses the war, and he's like, you know what? This sucks. I'm going to get out of here. Why don't I dip to America for a little bit and pitch this idea to them? So he goes over to America.
This is like Stranger Things, like an idea that was just passed around to everybody and nobody wanted.
Yeah, everyone's like, nah.
I should pitch my statue to Netflix.
You want a lady lighthouse, right? We're just called the Lady Lighthouse, right? You would like that, America. You're new. So he arrives in the harbor, and when he does, he sees Bedloe's Island, and he's like, you know what? This would actually be kind of a perfect place to put the statue. Everybody has to go past it.
Great.
So, I mean, this seems very fortuitous. While he's in America, he travels coast to coast twice. He's meeting with influential people. He meets with the President Ulysses S. Grant, who's all into it. He's like, don't worry, we're into it. We can find a spot to put it. Sounds great. But after all of this time, he still doesn't feel like he has quite enough support either in America or France. So he heads back to France and he spends the next 4 years working on several projects, but also on the design of what the statue would actually look like. He brings in famed architect Eugene Viollet-le-Duc.
Great.
And so this guy, architects. I'm like, architects are like musicians to me. It's like, yeah, that's what they do. But then when you hear them talk, you realize they really know what they're talking about.
Sure.
Like even when a musician's just like, that's the bridge. I'm like, I still to this day don't know what a bridge is.
Same.
But they're like, that's the bridge. This is this. I'm like, this doesn't have this. Oh, she's singing in E. And
Pre-chorus.
I'm like, and it's the same with architects. So like, you got to deal with like the sway and the pitch and the this and the that.
Sure.
And
there's a whole language
how tall
there.
is it going to be? He was like trying to figure out how do you do the facial features where if they're like, they have to be distorted in a little way so that if you're at certain distances or angles that they don't look weird.
Yeah, because it's not a statue. This is a building.
It's basically a building. Yeah. What do we make it out of? Copper, bronze, stone. Should she hold something in her hands? What should she hold in her hands? Should she have broken shackles? They've just ended slavery. Is that too
on the nose
sensitive for her to have broken? She was going to have broken shackles on her wrist.
Wow.
Fun fact, there is a broken shackle on her ankle that you can't see from the ground. So it's like there because they wanted it there, but They just didn't want
Where
it.
can you see it from? You have to peek up her skirt?
Yeah, you have to look up her skirt.
I don't know.
You have to slide down her cleavage. It's like, didn't you see, this is this draft for National Treasure 3.
Uh-huh.
They had to slide down the bosom of the Statue of Liberty.
She has a garter belt with a map to Atlantis.
Honestly, not bad.
Honestly?
Nicolas Cage, reach out.
You have your people call my people.
All right, so now it's 1875. We're far enough away from the Prussian War that the economy is healed, their political standing has healed, and they're in a better place. And back in America, you know, the Civil War is now behind us, and they're planning a big centennial celebration for the 100th anniversary of the country. And that's going to happen in Philadelphia. It's called the Centennial Exposition in Philadelphia. We've probably talked about on the show. It's technically the first World's Fair that happens in America.
Very cool.
So Laboulaye is like, you know what? Theirs are doing good. We's are doing good. That wasn't even planned. This is improv.
Really better than I thought it would be.
Me too. Give me a croissant, queen. So he's like, everyone's doing good. Maybe now's the time to announce the plan.
Okay.
So September 29, 1875, it is in literally all the newspapers. I saw the announcement in newspaper after newspaper. From Paris, a committee has been formed in this city entitled the Franco-American Union. The object is to erect a monument on an island in Long Island Sound during the centenary to commemorate the 100th year of American independence. A public subscription has already been opened in France to raise the necessary funds. The monument is to be a colossal statue celebrating liberty, and its name shall be Liberty, Enlightening the World. So it was kind of a fun announcement.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. And if you don't know what a subscription is, it's just donation. So they reach out to all the people of France and they're like, listen.
Chip in what you can.
Chip in what you can. The plan was.
GoFundMe.
GoFundMe. It is an early GoFundMe. The plan was France is going to pay for the statue. America, we need you to pay and build for her pedestal. Sounds
That's reasonable.
Totally reasonable.
Yeah. How much could a pedestal cost?
Why would that cause any sort of ruffling of feathers? Now, most of the French people are on board. There are some bitter because, and I did not go into the research of this. I'm kind of on their side a little bit. For some reason, America didn't help during the Prussian War. France helped us during our War of Independence. But then when they're in a war, we're like, we're good. You guys figure it out. So some people were bitter about that. They're like, why are we buying them a statue? But the request goes out to everybody, rich and poor. And of course, Americans are kind of like grumble. Why do we have to do this?
Sure, yeah.
They want to give us if you're going to give us a present, give us a whole present. What are you going to, you're going to give us,
send me a bill?
Going to give us a pair of shoes and we have to buy the shoestrings? If you're going to do it, do it.
I buy one shoe, I buy lefty, you buy righty.
I buy the sole, you buy the footbed.
That's a fair complaint. It's like, is it a gift or not?
Is it a gift or a burden?
Interesting.
Is it a gift or a burden? So then Laboulaye holds events in France designed to appeal to the rich and powerful to get money from them. He has a special performance at the Paris Opera on April 25th, 1876. But the reality is both the statue and the pedestal need a lot of funding. It's not a cheap endeavor.
I'm wondering how much it is like today.
Yeah, it's a lot. And the thing is, from the beginning, he did not want this to be something that was funded by a few rich people. The way he saw it is, on both sides, there was benefits to doing this crowdfunding.
Sure.
If in France, everyone's shipping in, they feel ownership of it, they're part of this gift that they're giving to like the cool kid in school who's got democracy, then maybe that'll really kind of give them their own kind of national pride and say, you know what, we want that too.
Yeah.
In America, it's the same sort of thing. Like you've got all these people, they've had some economic issues and they're not flowing with money.
Sure.
But if everyone's a part of it, then it's like the statue of the people.
It belongs to everybody.
It belongs to everybody.
Right.
It's not Bill Gates' statue, who I do think was living at the time.
A prominent donor for the platform.
So Bartholdi comes up with a plan to get Americans excited to like give money, open their wallets and their purses. So he's like, you know what we need to do? Let's have a little teaser.
Ooh.
Let's show
them a toe.
Show them a toe. Close. Show them an arm. So his plan is at the Centennial in Philadelphia, He's going to send over her arm
Knock
with the
their
torch.
socks up with how big this bitch is. This
Dude.
is a huge arm.
The pictures are pretty cool.
Yeah.
They'll be in the supplementals. But
Wow.
yeah, so he sends over this big-ass arm over to America holding a torch.
On a boat,
On a boat. No,
Crazy.
I guess, yeah, that's all they're...
hanging by hot air balloons.
They just put the arm, they didn't use a boat, they just put the arm in the ocean and gave it a
Just
shove.
gave it a big push.
She's like, shoot. So yeah, so they send it over. And even though the plans for the statue had not been finalized yet, he had created this arm and the head. He's also working on getting the head done.
You got to get those right.
I got to say, I am so fascinated by how anyone that has the ability to pull this together. Like,
oh, sure.
the fact that
Pre-email.
pre-email, pre-cars, clip-clop all the way.
Unbelievable.
And that it's still a national treasure of ours that we go and see.
The
It's
fact
like-
that any building that's over 6 years old is still standing.
I know.
It's unbelievable.
It's really incredible. So they set the arm up in Philadelphia. People love it. They're excited and curious. So you're able to buy a ticket to climb up the arm, up to the torch. New York Times writes an article.
Oh, I imagined it just like loose on its side, like laying in the grass.
No. It's like propped up.
They
It's
propped
like,
it up like it will be.
It's like an arm in the ground with the torch. It's very cool. That
That's
same
cool.
arm is now, because they've had to, in 86, when they restored the statue, they replaced that torch. You can, in the museum at the Statue of Liberty, you can go in and see the
fun.
original arm and torch.
That's fun.
Very cool.
The arm is inside the body, like inside the woman, or there's a museum in a different place.
There's a museum. The Statue of Liberty Museum has the original arm and
But
torch.
is the Statue of Liberty Museum inside the Statue of Liberty?
I think it's on Liberty
Okay.
Island.
Oh, okay.
The island that I keep mentioning.
I was imagining she had like an arm like up like inside her.
No.
It just seemed
God,
like so
people are really
wrong.
like, okay, so she doesn't know the poem.
I don't know how. I also don't know how big it is. So I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, you can fit an arm inside her.
But that's just arbitrary because you don't know how big the arm is.
I know. I don't know how big any of it is.
She ends up being, with the pedestal and everything, like 300 feet.
You're saying the size is all relative. If anybody can fit their own arm up
Yeah.
inside them.
You could fit a dog arm in there. You could fit. I actually did that. In the Statue of Liberty, would you believe, from paw to body, you can fit 4,000 dog arms. All right. So now the New York Times, they write an article. They're all excited about the hand. They're like, it's so big. They're like, her thumbnail's so big, the fattest woman in the world could use it as a chair. Like, I'm telling you.
What?
The New York Times was unhinged in the 1800s. Like, they were just like tongue in cheek.
You know what would be so fun is if you could, for like the anniversary of the New York, if you could subscribe to like another year of the New York Times.
Oh.
And they would print out like, and you would get like a paper on Sunday from 150 years ago. That'd be kind of cool.
Well, I will say, with a New York Times subscription, and probably yours because you get the Sunday paper, you get free access to what is called the New York Times Time Machine, which is physical scans of the paper. So when I'm reading these articles, it looks like a newspaper.
So cool.
Yeah, so you can probably do that.
They should do that for a prominent anniversary. Like send everybody on Sunday an old paper.
I think
cool.
Either them or the LA Times, you can do. I did it for, I think, my dad. Like, if you tell them like the year of your birthday, they'll do like the front pages from all that year or something. Yeah, the newspapers are always figuring out a way to make money. Okay, so like I said, so the New York Times is like, yay, the arm. And then 4 days later, I thought it was crazy. Then they write another article and like, what's the point of the arm? Like, maybe they're not even going to make the whole statue. Maybe this is all we're getting. Like, this feels very sus.
Oh my God.
It's like,
wow.
what are you like
Get
so
your
weird
story
about?
Straight. Yeah.
So they're all crazy. And so then Bartholdi comes in and he's like, okay, New York, if you don't want the statue, we can send the rest
because
of it.
Egypt is literally blowing up my Morse code, my telegram,
my carrier pigeon. Not Egypt, but Philadelphia. They're like, okay, New York, you don't want the statue? The arm's already in Philadelphia. We'll just send the statue over there.
Here's my question. Is it a lighthouse?
It is technically a lighthouse. And
pull over.
That is probably a pullover.
It's
It's
a lighthouse.
a lighthouse. But
wow.
And it was under whoever rules lighthouses when it first was dedicated.
Oh, sure.
For several years. The issue was the light was never strong enough
to be
with
used
everything
as a
that they kept trying to fix it. It was not strong enough to be a lighthouse.
Yeah.
So then it fell into the Department of War as like a statue.
I'm sure there was some lighthouse commission dork who was really getting that held up at every meeting.
Yeah.
technically,
You can
the bulb has to be more than 12,000 watts. It's
Yeah.
like, oh my God.
I'm picturing them
Clancy's
now
here.
having to buy the one giant light bulb that's in that cardboard sleeve.
That you
to,
have to screw it in.
wait, I feel like that was a Simpsons. I think Homer Simpson did that.
Ellen has a good joke about the packaging on light bulbs.
Oh yeah, how like a batteries come in like a war-proof packaging
yeah.
that you can't get open, and the most delicate glass light bulb comes in a delicate paper
Cardboard sleeve.
I miss funny Ellen.
I know, me too.
And so New York is like, well, no. We want the statue. You don't have to give it to Philadelphia. So after the fair in Philadelphia, that arm moves to New York.
Great.
And they set it up in Madison Square in 1876.
God, that's long ago.
So now it's on display in New York. Bartholdi returns to the U.S. because he's like, I'm not hearing much about the pedestal. So he comes in to address.
So this statue is just going to sit where?
We're going to be putting
It's gonna be mushed into the rock.
We're actively building it.
Interesting.
And I don't see where it's going to go. So he comes over. He's meeting with different groups to try to get some momentum going on the fundraising for the pedestal. He urges America to form committees to raise the money like they did over in France.
I think this was the problem. I don't think they should have made it clear to the public that they were crowdsourcing specifically for the pedestal. I think that made people feel like knowing you're chipping in for the pedestal is less
Right.
exciting than knowing like we need to raise money for just the whole thing, the statue.
Right.
And then sure, all their donations are on the pedestal, but they don't have to know that. We want them to be like, wow, I helped pay for her nose. I helped pay for it's like I helped pay for the base. Tell people they're contributing to the whole thing. This is just my like PTA fundraising tip. No one wants to say like, hey guys, we're raising money for envelopes. No, they want to hear we're raising money for the garden program. Okay. They don't need to know where every penny goes.
And if Bartholdi was sitting here right now, you know what he would say?
What?
Hashtag fair. Fair enough. So he's saying, you know what? You guys should really you need a committee. You need
Yes.
someone who's like going to spearhead and do this.
Yeah.
So they make some committees, the main one being called the American Committee.
Great.
Very straightforward.
Patriotic.
Fun fact, one of the members of the American Committee is 19-year-old Theodore Roosevelt.
I'm not surprised.
I mean, he had his toe in everything.
He was a busy boy.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
You didn't finish the book, so you probably never got to
I
that
got
chapter.
past him being 19.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know what he was
They
up
just
to
didn't
at
put this in
19.
the book.
Didn't mention it.
Wow.
He was really busy. I mean, he had gumption. He was getting out there.
He did have gumption. So 1877, Bartholdi goes back to France and he's focusing on finishing the head because they're going to display that at the Paris World Fair in 1878.
Wow, this head is getting around.
I know. I didn't know that there was so much to like. I thought they're like, here's the statue. Doot, doot.
Good time to be in the boat business.
Yeah.
My God.
And crates.
Crates.
Because they don't just throw that arm on a boat. They disassemble things and crate them up.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Vintage crate, estate sale.
Oh my God. How much
Statue
would
of
I
Liberty
love
head, this
a
side up.
vintage Statue of Liberty crate.
That's awesome.
To put all my totes in. So France is fundraising. They're like making models of the statue and selling those. They're selling tickets to come and watch the construction,
That would
which
be
I thought was
fun.
really cool.
I'd love that.
They're having lotteries where you could win either a silver-plated or a terracotta model of the statue.
Cool.
By the end of 1879, France has raised about 250,000 francs, which is enough for them to finish the statue.
Great.
So France is like, okay, cool, we're good. Now, vivo le duc.
Okay.
Vivo le you just got to say it with confidence. You can't be,
Yeah.
it's like doing a turnabout.
There you go.
You just got to enter, vivo le de Luc.
Yeah, this name can smell fear.
Yeah.
Or just say it like a hillbilly. Vivo le de Luc.
Viva le de Luc fell ill, got sick, died.
Oh,
Mm,
shoot.
he died.
Before seeing the statue complete?
A lot of people don't get
Was it like brass poisoning or something?
died of brassiness. Oh, and then I have a note, because that's what happens when you take so long.
Oh, that's a good point.
A lot of these things take years and years and years.
Oh,
So that's what
wow.
happens when you take so long.
That's what happens when you take so long.
Yep. I do that on my live for, I started that a couple weeks ago, my live on Skid Row. Anything, like I'm just always filming everything. Anything I see weird, I was like, and that's what you see when you're on Skid Row. It'll just be
A
like
flat rat.
a burning dog, a flat rat. And that's what you see when you're on Skid Row. So he's dead. We got to get someone new. Enter Gustav Eiffel.
Wait, of the tower?
Of the tower.
Wow, let's get a guy who knows his way around a big sculpture.
Fun fact, tower's not around yet, but this is pre-tower.
I'm not even pulling over. I'm in reverse. I'm going down the highway in reverse, careening into traffic. Wow.
Good thing he didn't make us name it the Statue of Eiffel.
Right?
Right?
Imagine.
Bitch loves a name. He loves his
real,
name.
for
Eiffel
real.
Tower. That is a great name, though.
It is good.
I wrote in there, heard of him. And then I wrote, maybe not, because the Eiffel Tower wasn't built yet. Okay, Queen. All right. So he has to figure out all the technical stuff, that same stuff that I was talking about with all that stuff that the architects have to figure out, shifting, cracking, lifting, all that stuff.
How does it not fall down?
How does it not fall down?
Right.
How does it not just run into the ocean?
I can't imagine.
Every
Every time I go past a building, I am in awe that even one building, like a huge parking structure, I'm like, this is impossible to fathom that somebody figured out how to do this.
I would be lucky to have built a shack with leaves.
Yep.
Let
Yep.
alone
Rebar, pouring cement, the right level for cars to drive on.
cars themselves.
Cars themselves.
I would love to see me on
Combustion?
Survivor. I don't think I would do good.
Definitely not.
Social game I would have.
Yeah, but I don't like to be even a little hungry.
I don't like to be in discomfort at all. Jeff, how many peeps did you say I was allowed to bring?
That would be actually a really fun Survivor season. They get the friends of the people who applied for Survivor. And so they're thinking like, oh, my friend's on Survivor. I'm going to be participating in this challenge some way. And then those people end up having to compete on Survivor.
You know what they could do? I think they've probably already done this along those lines. The switch. When the family comes to visit them,
They
and
have
they're
to
like,
switch.
you're in the game now. And then they get to go, but they wouldn't want to leave. But they do something.
No, but that'd be fun.
I think they've had the family come and have to do a competition.
Yeah, they would have to do a challenge.
Yeah,
Reality shows used to be more evil like that. Like secret what was it, like Joe Millionaire? Like you have to marry somebody and you don't know who he is. They're like, we used to pull the rug out a little more.
Yeah.
I think we should do that.
Survivor used to do like gross eating things. Do they don't do that anymore, do they?
They haven't in a while, and they did last season. They did in the
Classic.
where they would an auction for
Yeah.
food. Like you think like you're gonna auction for like a mystery meal, and it's like a pile of grubs.
Oh God, you thought it was a McRib and it's
Yeah, right.
McGrubs. No thanks. I miss those days.
Fun. Fear factor.
All right, so 1882. The statue is now complete from the waist down.
Oh.
Bartholdi invites reporters to come have lunch. How fun is this? Come have lunch on a platform built inside the statue.
In the belly button?
In the belly. So they're like just hanging out in like Lady Liberty's navel.
That's fun.
Eating an old sandwich.
An orange?
Eating an orange. So New York still has the arm, and the New York Times is still being sassy about it. They're making fun of the fact that they still only have one arm, but they're like, you know what? I guess for anyone that's given money, at least they know their donation has gone somewhere. I guess one arm is better than no arms.
Yeah.
Maybe someday we can get a pair of legs to put in Central Park. Just really being bitches.
Meow.
Now, the arm in New York is like the flame is tall enough to see from pretty good distances.
That's cool.
So it becomes like this advertisement for the statue they have it there for 6 years.
Oh my God.
People take souvenir photos there. It's 50 cents to climb the ladder. And initially it was like, the new cool thing. But after a while, it just became like, oh yeah, that's the arm. Like it's just part of the city now. So it lost some of that like desire. Donations start to slow down. Other cities start to move in. Boston is like, you know what? We'll take the statue, which New York Times put a reply in the newspaper. This statue is dear to us, though we have never looked upon it, and no third-rate town is going to step in and take it from us. Philadelphia tried that in 1876.
Wow. Third rate.
And failed.
Wow.
Let Boston be warned in time that she can't have our liberty. We have more than 1 million people in the city who are resolved that the great lighthouse statue shall be smashed into minute fragments advance before it shall be struck up in Boston Harbor.
Wow.
Okay, New York Times.
Wow. I'm surprised it's taking so. What is the building? There's something like the Empire State Building or something like took like 8 months to build or something. In my mind, things used to be built really fast.
Yeah, but I think the difference
The
with that,
funding.
that would have been like a person who's funding it. It's,
Sure.
you know, that it has, this is kind of a little like gray area.
Yeah, it's like a Kickstarter.
It's kind of like a Kickstarter.
Where it's like, you might get your alarm clock. You might not. We'll see. We're tinkering. We're all hands on deck.
You may never get it. Washington, D.C. chimes in and they're like, you know, you might be surprised how nicely the statue would fit on the Washington Monument.
Good
It's
point.
almost like it was made for it. And I was like, wait, do you know what the Washington Monument is?
Is that big spike?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, how would the Statue of Liberty fit on the big spike? What are you talking about? So I looked up the Washington Monument for this year.
Yeah.
It was only halfway built at that time.
Oh, okay. So we have our
it
base.
was like, it was basically like a platform. I was like, because it was not going to fit on that point.
That's really funny. And then like once they heard that they were rejected, it's like, all right, I guess we'll keep building it up to the spike.
Yeah, basically. So I
Wow.
learned that how long do you think it took to make that Washington Monument? Just looks like a stick in the ground.
It seems so easy. I could do it in 3 months.
30 years. It took 30 years
No email.
because I think that was funded too.
Yeah.
So I wrote, America still dragged its feet funding the pedestal. There's a bunch of different reasons. There's economic depression, the Washington Monument. I think they were raising money for that, which is why it took 30 years. That some people think the French should just pay for it all.
Mhm.
American art, a lot of people thought American art should be made by Americans.
Interesting.
And after the Civil War, apparently the kind of like the vibe on what art should be in America was more realistic than it being like an allegorical. Is that how you
The
say it?
symbolism.
Yeah,
and
like
stuff.
a symbol,
Interesting.
like of.
It's funny to think that these were like what American, like the culture things that Americans were arguing about.
I
Like
know.
who should pay for the statue?
I know. I'm picturing them
So
just
funny.
like roasting a rat on the fireplace, and they're like, "Z, we're not gonna wait. They're French too. They're not paying for the statue. No. So it just dragged on for years. But
Wow.
eventually, New York and the American Committee finally made a push to raise some money. They have benefit concerts, art exhibits, auctions, selling models of the statues like they did in France. They're selling souvenir photos, mementos, yada, yada. 1883, they have an auction called the Art and Literary Works. I wish I could speak. In 1883, they have an auction called the Art and Literary. Oh my God. Once I can't say something, I can't say it. You know what I'm talking about. Works. And so they're auctioning off original works. They reached out to Mark Twain.
Heard of him?
Heard of
Cave,
him,
Of
maybe.
the cave.
Racist porno. Mark Twain, he submits a satirical. God damn it.
It's a good thing you have a podcast. You're like, I wish I could speak.
I can do the research. I need a talking robot on my shoulder.
That's what we need. I thought you were going to say like a parrot.
It could be shaped like
Squawk!
a parrot. Squawk.
Satirical.
Mark
Squawk!
Twain. Squawk. Racist porn. Me so gusta. All right. So Mark Twain, he submits a piece called Why a Statue of Liberty When We Have Adam. Okay.
Okay.
Apparently very popular. I think his reasoning behind that was you don't build statues for things you already have. We already have liberty, but we've lost Adam, which is like I think Adam and Eve. Like
Okay.
we've lost like that, whatever that was, innocence.
Yeah, sure.
So make a statue about that.
Okay.
Walt Whitman submitted handwritten manuscript of his poetry. I just love that these are like, here, have a handwritten book by Walt Whitman up for auction.
It's in the mail.
Yeah. They reach out to a young poet named Emma Lazarus and asked if she could write something. She's not nearly as popular as these guys. And initially she refused, saying that she could not possibly write verses to order, which I appreciated because I hate it when like I have a joke that people think are funny and like, and they're like, do that thing like that. I can't do things
Sure,
like
on
that.
command,
On
yeah.
command.
Uh-huh.
So I get her plight.
Yeah, we're the same.
We're the same. But then her friends talk to her and convinces her, they're like, you know what? I have a feeling
Like,
this.
girl, that's called imposter syndrome. You got this. Why would they have reached out to you if you couldn't do it? Obviously, because you're a woman. You think you're not capable. Girl, you show them how it's done.
You know what Emma Lazarus would say if she was here? #fair. They're like, you know what? I feel like this statue is going to be like, it's going to be significant for immigrants coming to the country. That was something that was very important to her. She's like, so you mean like it would probably be good for the tired? And her friend's like, yes. And she's like, and the poor? She's like, yeah. And she's like, the huddled masses too? And she's like, yeah. Yearning to breathe free? And she's like, yes, just write the poem.
Like, oh, write this down. Less yapping.
Yes,
more
it's like us when we're talking before the podcast. Save it for the pod.
Save it for the poem.
Save it for the poem, Emma. 2 days later,
Wow.
what is she, Taylor Swift of her time? Apparently Taylor Swift wrote that new Toy Story song in like 8 hours. My friend was like, it's not that good. And so when I saw that, I was like, maybe this is why. 2 days later, she submits 105 words.
Whenever people brag about how fast they wrote something, I feel like that's never like, it never
It's
like
not
lends
a-
itself
it's
to.
not a brag.
Remember that song, "Summer Girls" by LFO? It's like, I like girls that wear Abercrombie and Fitch.
Oh, yeah.
They were like, we wrote this song in 2 hours. We're like, we can tell.
Yeah, you were just looking around the beach. That's not a flex.
It's not a flex.
And then artists, I always get confused. Like, this painting took me 704 hours. It's like, why are you always clocking the hours on your painting?
Would you have one of those little like chess clocks?
Click, clock.
Every time you click in.
So she submits this 105-word sonnet called The New Colossus, or as you would call it, John's poem. John's cold open poem that he wrote.
By John Glover.
By John Glover.
I was like, damn, John, did John get a thesaurus? He's using some words I had never heard him in his vocabulary.
I usually just know a poem's good if I don't understand it.
Sure.
I'm like, bravo. The poem ends up selling for $1,500.
Wow.
That is $50,000 today and was the highest selling item at the auction.
Amazing.
It does get published in like the souvenir book for the auction, but it didn't get a wide release. So there is no internet at the time. It was in it was in this like portfolio thing, but it basically kind of gets forgotten. It goes to the person that bought it. That same year, Laboulaye passed away.
That's what happens when you take too long.
That's literally what I have. That's what happens when you take so long.
Oh, man.
The nice thing is he is remembered to this day as the father of the Statue of Liberty, but it does always break my heart when someone does not get to see their dreams fulfilled.
You on Main Street at Disneyland. I wish Walt was here to see this.
I wish Walt, but Walt did see that. And
He
it's
saw
more
a
like
lot of
me
it.
when I'm at Galaxy's Edge or in
Oh,
that Star Wars
sure,
ride.
yeah.
I wish Walt could see that.
Yeah. I mean, Walt would freak. You show Walt an iPad, he'd freak out.
Walt would literally have a heart attack and die again.
Die again.
And I'd
He'd
be
be
like,
a
ugh.
double ghost.
Huge podcast star kills Walt Disney again. Podcaster that can't do math or say words, but great poet. All right, so he's dead. 1884, the statue is done.
Wow.
France offers to pay shipping. I mean, okay.
Okay, Amazon Prime.
Okay, Amazon Prime. Because that is not going to be cheap.
That is not going to be cheap. And that will probably take another, 10 people on this crew are going to be dead before it arrives to the mainland.
100%.
This is going to take a while.
'Cause that's what happens when you take so long.
That's right.
They're like, listen, we'll pay for it, but we're not going to send it till we know the pedestal will be ready for it.
Yeah. Also, that sucks if somebody else is paying, you're kind of on their timeline because you know what they say, good, fast, or cheap. You pick two.
Oh, cheap and hot. What were they? I picked those two.
Cheap and hot.
Creamy and cheap. All right. So America's like, yeah, no problem, right? We have money coming in.
Great.
The American Committee bank account is down to $3,000. I know that's a lot of money now. At that time, not a lot of money. They're spending money faster than donations are coming in. They reach out to Congress. They reach out to New York, the government, trying to get more money. Come on, just give us money to finish this thing. Everyone says no. All the things fail.
We're so close. Why now?
It's
in the
exhausting.
11th hour? If you had donated, 10 years ago, you never saw what came of it. This is they're like, no, it's on a boat. It's coming.
It's like literally, you hear that? That's her. Finish it up. They had to put construction on hold.
Oh, how annoying.
God, America.
God, get it together.
Enter Joseph Pulitzer.
Heard of him, bitch?
Wah, wah, wah. Publisher, New York World Newspaper.
Uh-huh.
Uses his paper as a voice to the people. Published March 16th, 1885. We must raise the money. The world is the people's paper, and now it appeals to the people to come forward and raise the money. The $250,000 that the making of the statue cost was paid for by the masses of the French people, by the working men, the tradesmen, the shop girls, the artisans, by all, irrespective of class or condition. Let us respond in like manner. Let us not wait for the millionaires to give us this money. It is not a gift from the millionaires of France to the millionaires of America, but a gift of the whole people of France to the whole people of America. He pledges, if you donate, no matter how little, I will put your name in the newspaper.
That's a really good idea.
That's like me with the freak
I know
of the
it's
week.
like you with a free T-shirt with like a whatever. Like you
I'm
have to have
I'm
some
like,
incentive.
here's 1 penny. Put my name in it. Actually, here's 2 pennies. John Joseph Glover and Hollywood Justin. That should cover stuff.
So smart because it costs him nothing more.
Yeah.
And that will really get people excited. How fun.
Yeah. So then donations start to come in. He not only starts putting people's names in it, he starts like printing like the letters that he gets from people too, which are really sweet. He gets a letter. He gets a donation from a group of children. They sent $1 and wrote, this was the money we were going to go to the circus with.
Oh.
They get a donation from a home for alcoholics. They send in $15,
Oh my God.
which is $500 today.
Rosa.
A kindergarten class in Davenport, Iowa mailed in a gift of $1.35.
Oh.
It was just coming in from everywhere.
Also, like a little bit like Mr. Pulitzer, like, surely you could foot the rest of the bill.
Yeah, but it's the whole point. Did you not hear
I know,
what?
it's
not the
like,
gift of the
I
rich.
know, but it's like, well, do 50-50 match, like a corporate match.
Sure.
Do it. Like I got a box of cereal, General Mills box of cereal. It's like, we are raising money for blah, blah, blah. It's like, can you chip in? It was like, chip in to donate whatever to this cause. I'm like, you're General Mills. Like,
You
bitch,
got
you got
this.
it. You got this.
You got this.
I'm buying a discount cereal. Don't ask me.
I dropped $50 on totes this week, General Mills. I can't pay for your cornflake charity.
It kind of undoes how affordable the totes are if you buy 16 of them.
16 of them is $50.
Yeah.
That's cheap.
Wow.
Girl, I did not
Okay.
choose to have 2 kids. So as the donations flood in, the construction ramps back up.
Mhm.
Within 5 months, they had raised $102,000 from 120 donors. 80% of the donations were less than $1. It really did become like the
Wow.
pedestal America built.
Yes.
So that's why it's good that he didn't
That's
just
good.
like
Sure.
write a check.
Sure.
Because you do feel like if I had sent in $1 back then, and let's say we sent in like $50, we're like,
Yeah.
we're part of that.
We're part of that. Sure.
And what's funny, when it is all said and done, when all the numbers are checked, the pedestal costs more than the statue.
Are you kidding?
The statue cost $250,000 and the pedestal was close to $300,000.
Why?
It's a nice pedestal. I never really looked at it. If you look at it, it's really nice.
Okay,
And
well, maybe we could have gone a little bit more simple on the pedestal.
maybe that's why they were dragging their feet.
How much is it's $250? Like, how much would it have been today? I wonder.
That's like the only thing I didn't convert.
because there's so many of those funny things, like our swimming pool. You know how our local swimming pool has been like empty for like since COVID.
Yeah.
It cost like originally like $800,000 to build that swimming pool there, and it needs repairs now. And I think it's going to cost like $4 million or something to do repairs on the swimming pool.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so $300,000 in 1885 today would be about $10.3 million.
Even that feels like cheap for like what it would cost now.
For it to be something that's like gonna last like forever.
Like our bridge is going to cost like $40 million or something. Something
It
insane.
takes 6 years. Takes as long as the pedestal.
I know, for real.
I hope
for
that
real.
bridge is gorgeous.
It better
when it's
be
done.
nice.
It better be nice.
They better not take our copper. I'm gonna be out there patrolling. I'm gonna be out there with a flashlight.
No, they should just make it so it's copper free.
But they have the original posts that were so pretty.
Get the copper out of there. You cannot leave the copper in there.
So they're gonna convert them to solar with like big, disgusting solar panels.
Yeah,
on
like
top.
those things from Target where you just have to sit in the sun all day.
Yes.
And then they light up for 1 hour in that like
Exactly.
bright green light.
Exactly.
All right. June 17, 1885, over 200,000 New Yorkers with glowing and renewed excitement line the docks to watch the ship come in with the crates of the statue. 10 months later, the pedestal is done. It's ready to reassemble the statue. All the pieces are in place. The fun fact for this is the size of the pedestal with the size of the statue did not allow room to have scaffolding. So they talked about like men literally like had to like hang from ropes to like attach her skin pieces onto her and stuff.
Oh my God.
It wasn't,
wow.
Yeah, it was kind of, it seems like a bit of a mess.
That's dangerous.
Yeah. So when she was finally completed, she proudly stood 305 feet and 1 inch tall in all of her...
I thought you were going to say in heels.
In heels, barefoot. She was 275 feet tall. She stood in all of her reddish brown glory.
Hello. Okay.
Hello. Didn't see that. I mean, she's made out of copper. So when she was new, she basically looked like a new penny. It would take 20 to 30 years before she would patina to the beautiful green that we know and love today. Wow. Which, when that happened, at some point the government was like, don't worry, we'll fix it. We'll paint her brown. And everyone was like, no.
Paint her brown?
We'll paint her back to brown. We'll make her brown. Everyone's like, no, leave the green. The oxidation of the green is the material's way of saving itself.
Oh,
it basically builds this like
a protective
barrier
layer.
You have all that ocean water
Oh my
hitting
God.
her. Can't even imagine.
Can't even imagine the salt.
Okay, Marissa, here we go. This is what I've been waiting for.
Okay.
October 28, 1886. I just realized that's the same year that Coca-Cola came out. That's the same year that Coca-Cola came
Drinking a brand new Coke, looking at the statue.
Cracking open a brand new Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola #1 at the dedication of the Statue of Liberty.
Wow.
Is there anything more?
Somebody did. Ask your great-grandparents.
I'm going to have a heart attack. 21 years after that dinner party where Laboulaye was like, maybe we make a statue. More chicken. 21 years later, it is the day of the dedication.
Okay.
And this is where I'm going to read from a lot of newspapers because I got to tell you, if I had a time machine, not only would I go back to the original Big Mac, I would go back and be a writer for a summer in 1880s because
they're having fun.
100 4ths of July broke loose yesterday to exalt her name, Liberty. The clerk of the weather had done its miserable best to make things gloomy and forbidding, but American spirit rose to the occasion, bubbling with enthusiasm and frolic. President Grover Cleveland presided over the event. It is estimated that fully 1 million people took part in the festivities. The multitude was simply enormous. Every window with a view was filled with people. Small boys took to every ledge and accessible foothold until the very lampposts were crowded and the doomed telegraph poles were creaking with their burden. I mean, the visuals on this are just, they literally give me goosebumps. This is my favorite. I do not know why this newspaper was so obsessed with bands. And this is a mismatch of newspapers. The beat of the morning parade would make some believe it rained brass bands during the night. Uproarious bands from across America marched through the streets. Bands of 70 pieces and bands of 7. Windy bands from Boston and mild bands from Buffalo. Bands from Hoboken and Newark, bands from Sing Sing and Poughkeepsie, bands from Albany wheezing their excited chorus, bands from Washington that could be heard a mile away, and bands from Philadelphia that couldn't be heard at all. Proud bands, humble bands, full bands, skimpy bands. They tooted and they whistled and they shrieked, more and more coming each minute. I mean,
you got to think for bands, bro.
Band porn.
Wow.
The very darkness of the day seemed to but make each color brighter and the streets gay.
Queen.
Go Queen. 1,000 flags and streamers, banners and devices glowing to brighten the scene. The streets were full of people of all types. businessmen and college boys, housewives and teachers, veterans of war and shiny policemen, buildings elaborately draped with flags. Enthusiasm was unbounded. Thousands of strangers were in the crowds. A multitude of vendors of different nationalities were in the streets. At almost every corner, 3 or 4 different languages could be heard. And there have never been in this city so many distinguished men gathered on one occasion as there was today. The President of the United States, French delegates, cabinet members, governors, mayors, generals, state and national representatives. The park of Madison Square was teeming with people. The side streets were choked with humanity. When Bartholdi, the sculptor himself, appeared on the stand, he was easily recognized by the masses who had seen his portraits on programs and in illustrated papers. And a great shout went up from those nearest the stand. The cry of Bartholdi, Bartholdi was then caught up on both stands. The crowds on the avenue up and down heard the name, passing it to the people in the park and in the side streets until a heavy air was shaken with a roar of cheering that must have gladdened Bartholdi's heart, who bowed and bowed his acknowledgments. The great artist at times appeared to be deeply moved. I mean,
imagine how he felt.
Can you imagine the whole of New York City
chanting
after 21 years of this being on your mind? That's us doing this
unreal.
Since 1981. Just all this description is just
unreal.
And I didn't even get to go through all of it. Like the front page the day after this of all the papers was just like these descriptions of it.
You know what this is reminding me of? Did you see those videos? New York has its own thing going on that is really unique and special. And I can barely spend a week in the city before I am so overstimulated. I have to get back to California.
I know.
It's an intense place, but that intensity, you can feel that intensity. It's funny to think back then, the intensity was still there. I don't know if you saw it. This video came across my desk of when the Knicks were playing in Game 7.
I wanted to see more Knicks stuff.
So did you see this video?
Somebody in an apartment building.
Somebody in an apartment in Brooklyn was projecting the game on the building across from him, from his apartment. So literally as big as a building, the game was projected out of this one guy's window. And the streets, I have chills just talking about it. The streets were packed like they are for the ball drop, literally solid shoulder to shoulder people for blocks and blocks as far as the eyes can see, watching the game. And when they won, I still have chills. This is the longest I've ever had chills. Everybody is
you find out you're
singing.
sick.
Everyone is singing in unison, New York, concrete. Everyone's singing all the New York songs in unison, the crowd uniting and watching this game, cheering, celebrating jubilee. It reminds me of that. And New York can come together in a way that few other places can, because it's so hard to live there and you're so up in each other's shit all the time that you suffer together, you celebrate together.
You know what that is,
special
Marissa.
Place. What?
You know what that is.
Human spirit.
The human
this
spirit.
Human spirit. You should watch this video of everyone watching the game.
Oh, it's already making me teary and I haven't seen it. It reminds me of during
so
COVID,
cool.
New York was the ones that started at 8 o'clock. Everyone I forget what we did, whistled or hit
bang
pots
on
and
pots
pans.
and pans for healthcare workers.
And then we started doing that here and I'm just on my porch alone, clank, clank, clank. I'm hopefully someone can feel this.
Exactly. Some nurse is getting out of her car and going into her house and she heard a distant clang and she knows that's for her.
Some queer was clanging a pot at me, so I came inside.
Yeah, it's a special place. So that's fun to think that back then they still had that same gusto. That's awesome.
I agree.
That's awesome.
And it was kind of it's a pretty new thing there for that city to all come together.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the moment where I was I don't know if this is a pullover sandwich down or not. As the parade passed the New York Stock Exchange, the traders got excited and started throwing old ticker tape out the windows.
Okay.
This was the first time. This was the creation of the ticker tape parade, which has become a New York staple since then. Throwing out the old long reels of paper from the stock market.
Ticker tape parade.
This is the beginning of the New York ticker tape parade.
Can you imagine if we did this, because this is what you need to unite somebody is this is everybody coming together, everybody celebrating together. What if we did this when the USA was like in the Olympics, like as like a whole country, like if we could get all excited and celebrating the same thing.
Well, I gotta be honest, I
Gosh.
kind of thought that's what would be happening for this 250th anniversary of our
right?
country.
It's not happening.
Which is like 3 weeks from now. And
Right?
the most I've seen it is on like cracker boxes.
For real. The grocery aisle is capitalizing, and that is kind of, it's like patriotic spindrift flavor. And that is like it.
Poppy's new red, white, and blue sodas, but it's not like we're all meeting the weekend before. Like each city
Right?
has some big festivity.
Each city should have a parade.
There's not
we
even
need
like
to bring
a-
back parades.
I know. I love a parade. I did go to
Yes.
Pride Parade last weekend. That was
Yeah,
fun.
that's
We
fine.
got there kind of late. So we saw about a half an hour of the parade. Some of the floats, it was like Pride brought to you by Home Goods.
Oh, God.
Pride from Citibank.
Yeah.
It was like a kind of like, but you know, good for them. I'm glad that they're still representing.
Sure, that's fine.
And that's how I got this gay flag from
From the Metro?
the Metro.
The original metrosexual.
The original metrosexual. All right, so we have all this going on land. That is not the only place the excitement is hitting. There is also a large nautical parade.
Oh.
So you have
By land, by sea.
the entire harbor filled with boats anchored down.
Filled with seamen.
Filled with seamen. All right, so President Cleveland, he takes a yacht over to Bedloes Island for the dedication. Guns are fired in a presidential salute. All manners of craft are in the water. When he's rowed ashore, the steam vessels all blow their whistles, guns are shot, cannons are fired, and colors were dipped. I had to look up what that
What
means.
does that mean?
That means their flags are unfurled.
Oh, colors are dipped.
I literally was like, what does it
Dipped?
mean if colors are dipped in like an old-timey way? And they're like, that means the flags are being...
Okay, great.
Like, thanks.
Sure. Okay, thank you.
This goes on for a half an hour. The statue has a French flag draped across her face, which is supposed to be dropped at the end of a specific speech.
Uh-huh.
That speech ends up having an unfortunately long pause in it, and the flag is dropped prematurely.
Oh my God, how funny.
And so everyone cheers.
Some intern just bludgeoned. That's really funny.
Poor guy can't finish his speech, but the crowd goes wild.
Wow.
President Cleveland would say, the statue's stream of light shall pierce the darkness of ignorance and man's oppression until liberty enlightens the world.
Beautiful.
One of my absolute favorite things I found in one of the newspapers was simply this. 7 pickpockets found playing their vocation among the crowds were arrested today and taken to police headquarters, where there were already 30 others who had been brought there previously for safekeeping until after the celebration.
Wait, they had taken like known pickpockets
took-
and they were like, hey, no, I am not
today,
letting
Thomas.
you near this crowd. We are
Nope.
celebrating.
No, but I just want to watch the statue.
I promise, no picking, no picking.
Hey, where's my watch? Get in here.
That's really cute.
I just thought it was so cute that 1 happened and 2 is in the paper. We have 30 on hold, 7 more. Add them to the list. Emma Lazarus was not in attendance, and her poem, The New Colossus, was not recited. At this point, they're only loosely connected with the statue.
Wow.
You know, they're
Okay.
kind of, it's a bit in the past and it was to raise money, but it's not like they're not synonymous by any
Interesting.
means. Issues surrounding immigration were barely mentioned in the speech. At the time, the statue is really about the friendship between America and France,
Interesting.
American democracy, and the end of slavery. Emma would pass away a little over a year later, November 19th, 1887. She was only 38 years
Oh my
old.
God.
Her poem could have easily faded into obscurity. One of her closest friends, American, and I can't even read it, Georgina, Schuyler, Schuyler. Georgina.
Georgie.
Her bestie, Georgie, was determined not to let the poem fade. In 1901, she started lobbying to
It's a
have
good friend.
the new.
I'm going to do that for your poem.
You better with this one. I want this on the Atwater Bridge. He wrote it. He told me he wrote it. 1901, she starts a petition to have it engraved on a bronze plaque. 2 years later, she gets her wish, and the poem is immortalized on the inner wall of the pedestal 16 years after her death.
That's awesome.
And from then on, that poem really is synonymous with it. You
Yes.
can't think of the
Well.
Statue of Liberty, except unless you're Marissa, without thinking of my poem. Give us your huddled masses. Fun fact, apparently leaving the dedication was a mess. It reminded me of leaving the Taylor
Oh
Swift
my
concert
God,
in
I'm
Cincinnati.
sure.
There was no organization
Baking
to
wrap hot
it.
dogs
Yeah.
on the corner.
They're talking
People
about-
peddling t-shirts. Knock
Liberty
off
here,
t-shirts.
get your liberty here. This is probably the
Did
shirt.
you have that?
No, I bought it for the show.
From where?
Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Paid for it myself. Didn't put it on the Amex.
Okay.
Could have, should have, didn't. They were talking about Bartholdi and his wife were trying to elbow their way out of the crowd. So he's like half an hour ago getting like chanted by the whole city. And now that he's in the crowd, nobody recognizes him. And he's just
That's so you be all grumpy. You were in such a good mood. You're soaring. Everyone's chanting your name. And then you're all pissed off because you like were stuck in traffic for like 5 hours to get out. It's like, just remember, like you were just on top of the world. Everyone celebrated you. It's like
the world.
Yeah, right. The stupid city.
Shortly after do I have a speech impediment?
Yes.
Shortly after the dedication, the general, oh my God, it's Cleveland. It's not general. Shortly after, did you spike my drink? Shortly after the dedication, the Cleveland Gazette, an African-American newspaper, suggested the statue's torch not be lit until the United States became a free nation in reality.
Wow.
They wrote, "Liberty enlightening the world indeed. The expression makes us sick. This government is a howling farce. It cannot, or rather does not, protect its citizens within its own borders. Shove the Bartholdi statue, torch and all, into the ocean until the liberty of this country is such as to make it possible for an inoffensive and industrious colored man to earn a respectable living for himself and family without being Ku Kluxed, perhaps murdered, his daughter and wife outraged, and his property destroyed. The island of the liberty of this country, enlightening the world, or even Patagonia, is ridiculous in the extreme."
Wow.
So from the beginning, there's definitely people that are like, okay, you guys are kind of tooting your own
celebrating
horn.
a little early.
Right.
Yeah,
and I
okay,
feel
that's
like
fair.
even to this day,
Yeah, right.
replace some of the words in this paragraph and we are
Yeah.
still there.
Yeah.
We are still fighting it 100 and whatever years later. 1856, Bedloes Island is renamed Liberty Island. 1984, Statue of Liberty designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Great.
In their statement, they describe it as a masterpiece of the human spirit that endures the highly potent symbol inspiring contemplation, debate, and protest of ideals such as liberty, peace, human rights, abolition of slavery, democracy, and opportunity. 1984 to 86, I'm sure you remember the statue they renovated it. So it was covered in scaffolding for those years, which is a really cool image to see it. So they had to restore her. And then I'm going to plow a few fun facts because I think they're worth knowing.
How many hot dogs tall is she?
I did put how many pennies can you make because I wanted to have one.
How many pennies can you make?
How many pennies could you make from the copper in the Statue of Liberty?
Oh, okay.
The Statue of Liberty's copper skin weighs approximately 62,000 to 100,000 pounds. Because modern U.S. pennies are mostly zinc, you could theoretically make about 11 to 18 million pennies from the statue's existing copper.
Okay.
It is estimated that the statue is hit by 600 bolts of lightning every single year since it has been dedicated.
Why?
Constantly just getting hit by little bolts of lightning. In like 2010, someone got a great photograph of it for the first time. I'll put it in the
Are you like, what if you're in it when that happens?
You die.
Oh, wow.
1,600 people die in the Statue of Liberty every day. It has become known as America's Death Woman.
Wow. That's cool.
Her book has the date of our Declaration of Independence on it, which was signed July 4th, 1776. The 7 points of her crown, which is actually not a crown. It's supposed to be a halo. It's not a hat she's wearing. It's supposed to be more of a halo.
Oh, interesting.
Those 7 points represent the 7 oceans, the 7 continents, and rays of the sun.
And you, your siblings, and your mom and dad.
These are me, Rob, Tom, Elizabeth, Allison, Mommy, and Daddy. Or the 7 totes I bought today. The chains on her feet, as I mentioned earlier, represent the abolishment of slavery. Her right leg is in mid-stride, which shows that she is moving forward and forever leading you to the way of liberty and freedom.
Lovely.
Her copper covering is only 2 pennies thick.
Wow.
Which I thought was really neat.
Interesting.
Take this with a grain of salt. I only saw it once. Thomas Edison, inventor of the light bulb, proposed at one point that the statue have a gramophone inside of her so she could talk. So it should be like, welcome to New York.
Okay. So
It
we didn't
was-
have only good ideas.
It was rejected.
He's trying to move these gramophones.
And last but not least, the Statue of Liberty is not the only statue on Liberty Island. There's also
She has a little dog.
She has
like
a-
Little Orphan Annie.
a little doggy statue. No, there's a sculpture garden
Oh, okay.
that has statues of Laboulaye,
Oh,
Bartholdi,
Nice.
Eiffel, Pulitzer, and Lazarus.
Mm.
All the heroes of this podcast.
Wow, very cool.
And there you go.
Wow.
Lady Liberty, as fast as the story could be told by someone with a speech impediment.
And no distractions.
And no distractions. Now that you know, I hope that this is a hard off brand for you. You're like, now that I know it, I hate it. F***er. Now that you know the story of the Statue of Liberty, Marisa, what would you say? And this is the story of America, because I will say that one of the reasons that I did this episode is I still love my country.
Yeah.
As I don't know if that is cheesy to say in this day and age, I am still hopeful for our country. It is Juneteenth today.
Mhm.
Today, the Obamas are opening their presidential museum, and I've been watching all the stuff about that, and it gave me that hope that I have not felt in such a long time.
Mhm.
And I am still very hopeful for this country. And I
Yeah.
haven't given up on it. And it is bruised, but we are like in a tiny little bit of it.
Yes.
And when you pull out and see the timeline, this is not what this country is.
This is a worthwhile pursuit, this democracy, this freedom.
And I wanted
this
to
is what she
remind
represents.
myself
Yeah.
of what this was. And I felt
Yeah.
like maybe this will remind someone else of what it is.
what
So
we fought for.
all of that.
I do feel still patriotic. Like if I hear the national anthem, if I hear about
You're like, did
those-
John write that? John wrote that, didn't he? He is so talented.
wow, bombs bursting in air, John. I need to remind me to tell him that that's a really good lyric.
Can I borrow your thesaurus?
That if I hear the national anthem, it moves me. I find the message of the mission of America to be very beautiful, and I think Statue of Liberty, beautiful symbol. Hard on. I have a hard on for this Lady Liberty.
Girl, I know I'm gay, but I've never been harder for a woman in my life. Hard on brand for me too. And if you ever want to be inspired, go watch the Whitney Houston singing the Star Spangled Banner. Because
I know exactly which one you're talking
it is
about.
so
Yeah, it's so
inspiring.
good.
But yes, definitely a hard on brand for me. Thank you, France.
Thank you,
I know we have
France.
definitely forgotten about you. I don't feel like we care about you anymore, but thank you.
Did they think that we were going to like team up on a statue for them because we
Probably.
never
They're
did?
like on his deathbed.
It's like when you get lunch with somebody, they buy you lunch, and we're like, next time it's on me.
Next time, all me. Next time. Then you never will have lunch with them again.
Exactly.
Bartoli's deathbed, he's like, it's coming. It will come. Yeah, it's so weird to think about. Like, we don't live in a world. I mean, now if a country gives you a present, it's just like,
There's
the
it's like
president
a
gives
it's a
you like
bribe.
yeah, it's a bribe, or
Exactly.
it's just like a TikTok statue.
Yeah, this is just like teaming up, which is kind of cool.
All right, well, there you go. That's the Statue of Liberty. Let's get out of here. I'm going to do a few shout outs for our Freaks of the Week. If you don't know what a Freak of the Week is, these are the lucky people. These are the smart people. These are the geniuses that listen to our show,
Love that.
that solve my Insta egg that I post every Wednesday on our Instagram story, and they figure out what our brand is going to be that week. I've already made one for the Statue of Liberty that looks pretty neat. Everyone that gets it right gets their name added to our Wheel of Freaks, which I spin 5 times and pick the Freaks of the Week. And those lucky people this week are Dana Rosenberg, Deborah, Elizabeth Nelson, Bradley Williamson, and Dallas Witt. So thank you guys so much for playing the egg. I really appreciate it. If you're not on Instagram and you're not opposed to it, get on there. We post a lot of fun stuff on there for you to check out. You can see when we guest on other podcasts. You can see Marissa's poster, my Insta egg, supplementals. And if you don't follow us on YouTube, subscribe to that too. Both of these things are totally free. I'm trying to get 150 more YouTube subscribers by August 8th. And I know that you want to be one of them. Just go to our YouTube channel and hit that subscribe button.
While we're giving shout outs, I'd like to shout out a lovely listener who left us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. B-Zub says, the content comes second. Oh, she's not going to like this one then. Come for the facts and history of amazing brands and stay for the incredibly fun banter between two amazing hosts. This podcast is so delightful and amusing to listen to. I can't get enough. Thank you, B-Zub. If you haven't left us a review on Apple Podcasts, please do. Boost the show, boost morale. Follow us on Instagram at OnBrandThePod, TikTok at OnBrandThePodcast. Reach out, play the Insta game, chat with John in bed, in jeans, with peeps, with Totes. And with that, we'll be back next week with an all-new episode.
And I'm going to give one more quick shout out to Carrie Tully. Apparently, she repeatedly recommended us to go on to the Allison Rosen show. So thank you for doing that. We did record that show this week. It's out now if you want to check that out. And if you feel like we would be good on a podcast, be sure to reach out to them because we're happy to guest on podcasts that it makes sense for us to podcast.
There you go. Yeah, that's right.
Did that sound right?
Yeah, that sounds right.
So reach out to them and beg them and say, listen, whatever you do, put Jon and Marisa
I
on.
love that.
And remember, we may go off topic, but we'll always be on brand.
Bye.
Happy birthday, America.
Bye.
Bye.